And hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you find yourselves. So glad that you are here. It is work time with Dr. Wood. That's right, that's right. We are back, y'all. And we're continuing this amazing trek that we are having in this series entitled Q4 Winning Moves. Q4 Winning Moves. If you've been with us, you know what we've been doing. And we are here hanging out and talking about the fourth quarter, right? So I welcome you back, right, as we move into this series. In today's episode, we are actually on episode number 36, y'all. That's right. Can you believe it? Episode number 36 in Q4 Winning Moves. We're talking about behaviors to help you succeed in the fourth quarter. And specifically, we're talking about strategies for navigating the year-end sprint to success, right? Year-end sprint to success. As we have been describing this year, this has been an amazing year for some. This has been a growth year for others. This has been a growth and an amazing year for a lot of people, right? But as we move into Q4, as we've come into Q4, this also is a time when some people are not quite sure what to do. Maybe you have had the opportunity to hit the ground running, started in January of this year, and you've been hitting it, you've been kicking it, you've been grinding, as they say, and all the things that you've been doing they've been successful, and you're coming to the end of the year. We're in the last month, the final quarter of the year, and you're wondering, maybe I can take a break, or maybe there are things that you wanted to do that never got off the shelf. They're still collecting dust back there. Or you were going through the year and things were working well, or maybe things weren't working so well, and you hit a snag, right? You hit a bump and it derailed you. And it's the final quarter, it's the final month of the year, and you're thinking, yeah, I'll just wait till next year. You know what? Right now, you can still be successful in the fourth quarter. You know, if you know anything about sports, in the fourth quarter, sometimes that's when people are digging in. That's when they're giving their all. Not that they're not been playing the entire game, but as they see what the scores are. Several weeks ago, we went to see a preseason game with the Bulls. Right. And we went into triple overtime, y'all. That's right. Triple overtime, because the teams, they were not giving up. They were that last quarter, they were giving their all. If you own a business, you know, in this quarter, sometimes is where you make the bottom line. This is where you make those advancements. This is where you hit those benchmarks in the fourth quarter. So I want to convince you that the fourth quarter is a place where you can be successful. Now, not only can you be successful in the fourth quarter, that is this year, but if you do the job right, you are setting yourself up for success in the new year. Your success in the new year doesn't start January 1 of the new year. It starts now in the fourth quarter. And so we've been going through the whole process of coming up and discussing these skills, right? These habits that we're putting into place, these strategies. And tonight we're going to delve into the fundamental aspect of one of those most important techniques, one of those most important skills that you need, and that is problem solving. And tonight we're talking about how do we identify and analyze the problems accurately? Because if you don't identify the problems accurately, then you cannot be successful, y'all. Right? You can't be successful because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what it is that is the issue. And so you're coming up with what you think is a solution, but that solution may be the absolute wrong thing. And so tonight we're talking about how do we go about identifying and analyzing the problem. Right? This is an important step because often the success of our problem solving efforts hinge on how well we understand the problem and how well we identify associated things, right? So misidentification can lead us down a path that we don't want to go, and it can waste our time. And we are not in the business of wasting time. As I've said, we have two possessions that are of utmost value, and those are our time and our health. Time and health, right? So tonight we're going to be talking about identifying and analyzing problems. Identifying and analyzing problems. So what does that look like, right? So we're going to talk about techniques for problem identification. So asking targeted questions, observing patterns, gathering data, and then we want to talk about an approach, a problem holistically, right? We want to have a kind of not micro vision, but we want to have what? Right, an expansive vision. We're looking at it holistically, and then we want to avoid jumping to conclusions. So let's hop to it, y'all. Let's hop to it. So number one, right? Let's talk about an example. Right? Let's talk about an example. Here's the example. A company has noticed a significant decline in sales over the past year. Right? They've noticed a decline in the sales over the past year, right? So one of the most important aspects of problem is identifying. And we said one of the ways of identifying is asking questions. We want to ask questions, right? And that's what you saw there on the slide. Well, number one, asking questions. If we don't ask the right questions, then we get the wrong answer. We identify incorrect data. This involves going beyond surface level questions and queries to more profound, more probing ones that uncover the deepest issues. Questions like, what specifically is not working? Not just, hey, things aren't working, but what specifically is not working? When did this issue first arise? Right? Who is affected by the problem? And can you provide more critical aspects, more critical insight, more critical data for what we need to be addressing? And this, right, can provide critical insights, right? So asking questions. Then we want to observe patterns. What are some patterns that we see, right? When we're looking at patterns, often we see that the problems are not isolated to a specific part of a particular area or a particular type of thing. It is a pattern throughout the entire system. So looking at trends or recurring issues, right, that is important. Does the problem occur at specific times or in specific situations? Recognizing these patterns can help pinpoint the underlying problem, right? So not just, hey, it is a problem over there, but it seems to be a problem system-wide. And then we gather data, y'all. We gather data. So data gathering is another essential technique. Collecting and analyzing relevant data can offer objective insights into the problem. If you're not collecting stuff, one of the things we've talked about is making sure that you are monitoring, you're recording. So if you're not doing that, then you don't have the data to look at. So this could be sales numbers in a business context, user feedback for a product, or any measurable information related to the issue at hand. So gathering data. And then we want to have a holistic approach, right? So approaching a problem holistically means considering all its aspects and how they interconnect. It's about understanding the problem in the context of the larger environment. For instance, in a business setting, this might mean looking at how problems in one department affect the rest of the company, right? Looking at it holistically. And then we want to avoid jumping to conclusion, y'all. Right, when we're talking about problems, we want to be efficient. We want to make sure that we're not adding error into the system, right? So a common pitfall that we have when we're trying to do problems is identifying and jumping to conclusions. Identifying incorrect data, the incorrect problem, and jump into conclusions. It's important to avoid making assumptions. We said it again, It's important to avoid making assumptions, particularly when you don't have sufficient data. You don't have the evidence to support what you're thinking. This requires a balanced approach. So you got to have a balanced approach, and this requires being open to different possibilities while methodically narrowing down to the core issue. For example, if a team's productivity drops, rather than immediately blaming individuals on the team, let's consider what factors like workflow, resource availability, or even external stressors can affect or are affecting the team. Right? That's it, right? So avoid jumping to conclusions. And so that's the plan. That's the process. That's how we identify what the real problem is. And so we're going to run through and we're going to talk a little bit here about an example, right? So remember, I gave that example. A company has noticed a significant decline in the sales over the past quarter, right? Decline in the sales over the past quarter. And so asking questions. Remember, that was one of the things that we talked about. The first one, asking questions. So what are some questions? What specific products or services have been seen to be declining? Which ones are having the decline in sales? Not just that, when did the decline start? Was there a particular event or a change in the market around that time? Was there a change in the product? Right? Did you make an adjustment in the product? One of the stories I heard, and I forgot which book I was reading, but they were telling the story of a hotel chain. And in the hotel chain, they stopped putting, in the hotel, you can get soap and you can get towels, you can get different things, or there are different things there. And they were putting out, I think they were towels or hand towels, I believe, that people could take with them. And they stopped. And they noticed that the customers weren't having as good a time. They didn't seem to have as good a time. So their valuations dropped. And so they were like, okay, what's going on? What did we do? What change did we make? Well, the change they made was they took that away because it didn't matter to anybody. But it actually did matter because when they took it away, they noticed that there was this big drop. Okay. So what questions are we asking? Was there a particular change? Are there specific regions or customer demographics where the decline is more profound? Right? Or more pronounced. Right? So asking questions. Ask targeted questions. Then we observe patterns, right? So when we're talking about? We're talking about this company that noticed a significant decline in sales over the past year. So the questions that we ask, and then we're observing pattern. So we're looking at this issue, and we notice that the sales team reports that the decline is particularly noticeable in a new product line launched 6 months ago. Okay, so we're seeing patterns. It's in that product line. Customer feedback indicates dissatisfaction with the after-sales service for this product line, right? So they're noting a systemic issue here. And the decline in sales seems to have started shortly after a major competitor launched a similar but more feature-rich product. So here it was, right? So there's something going on. The competitor launched the product, and the assumption here, right, would be, hey, maybe this is affecting us. This is affecting. People are going over there now instead of coming here. Okay? And then gather data. Sales data for the past 2 years is analyzed, showing that while overall sales are growing, the new product line is underperforming. So everything else is growing, but this particular product line is not doing well. Okay? So we're gathering data. The new product line is underperforming compared with the projections. So market analysis reveals increased competition and changing customer preferences toward more integrated solutions. That's an interesting one, right? So competition is there, and customers are changing what their idea is, their thought is about the product. And then customer service reports show a 30% increase in complaints related to the new product line. So not only are we having competition, but and they're not getting good service support, they're also saying, hey, we're not as happy with this new product line. And then finally, we're going to take a holistic approach. So the marketing department's strategy for the new products are reviewed, and it reveals that the promotional campaign might not have effectively communicated the product's unique value proposition. And an internal review shows that the sales team received limited training on the new product. So the guys and gals who are supposed to be selling it, they're not doing well. They didn't get the training that they needed. And feedback from the customer service team suggests that after sales support processes are not as robust as for other products. So we're looking at we're taking a holistic view of this entire process. Okay. All right. So problem solving, right? So how do we solve problems, right? Some techniques. We want to ask the appropriate question. We want to observe patterns that may be related, maybe associated. We want to gather some data. We want to approach the problem holistically, y'all, and we want to avoid jumping to conclusions. Yeah. And so problem solving, like any skill, is honed through practice and persistence. The techniques that we're going to discuss, right? Asking questions, observing patterns, gathering data, and taking a holistic approach are your tools to unearth the true nature of the challenges you face, right? So that's what we're looking at. How do we solve problem? We go through this process. And if we go through this process, then we are, and once again, let me make a point here that we're not necessarily, even though we're working to solve the problem, we have a particular project, a particular goal that we have. Sometimes the analysis is simply to get a better handle and prepare for a future product line situation. So we learn from this one and we apply it over there. Sometimes we get frustrated because this particular thing that we're doing didn't quite work out, and we think, okay, we're going to go through this process and everything's going to magically turn around. Not always. Sometimes we are learning now for future. We're learning now for future. Okay? And so that's what we've been talking about. Problem identifying and analyzing problems. We're going to come back and we are going to do in our future episodes talking about some more specific tools that we can use and continuing this process of problem solving. So this one was identifying and analyzing the problems. Yep. Hey, we're continuing our Q4 winning moves, behaviors to help succeed in Q4, y'all. Glad that you're here. If you've not already done so, please make sure you get over to our YouTube channel. Make sure you get over there and you subscribe, you like, you share, and you hit the notification bell so that you will be alerted when we have new episodes and when we provide new information. Okay? So make sure you get over there and you subscribe. You'll see there that we are just a little bit over 3,300 subscribers. We would love to count you as one of our subscribers. So make sure you do that for us and that you share this, right? Let people know that we are here, that we are, that I am in the process of growing this community and providing a place where people can come so they can get their questions answered, where they can get information about how to become unstuck in their lives. Go over to our website also, and there you will find our 7 Keys to Success book. That's a book that I wrote, and it talks about steps that successful leaders use to create the life they want. Okay, create the life they want. We used this actually several weeks ago as our workbook as we went through the section of this series that was called 7 Keys to Success, right? So it was a mini series within the series. So you can download the book and use it with those videos to go through that material. Additionally, as we are talking about the valuable things that we have, right? Time and health. That's what we got. Our course online, Unmasking the Sweet Truth About Sugar, is a self-paced course that you can sign up for on the website, and you can be working through that as you prepare y'all for the end of this quarter and as you get ready for the new quarter, right? So let me just make a couple of points here. As we get into the new year, right? New year, new you. New year, new you. I know, right, that sometimes we use those words kind of like a pun, but this is so true. New year, as the new year comes, we want to set ourselves up for success. And remember, those two things that we have, the most valuable possessions we have, are our time and our health. And as we go through this channel, part of what we're doing here on the Q4 Winning Moves, part of this series, is to help you do a good job of making sure that you are efficiently using your time. So all the techniques that we've been talking, the time management, the time blocking, evaluating our or creating smart goals, right? Learning how to prioritize. Tonight, talking about problem solving. All of that is to make sure that we are doing a good job of utilizing and maximizing our time. Okay, so that's the time component. The health component. We cannot enjoy the time that we are being efficient in. We cannot enjoy the success that we have using our time. We cannot enjoy the money that we have. We cannot enjoy family, right, if we're not healthy. So a big component of that is becoming healthy. And the Unmasking the Sweet Truth About Sugar is a place where you can begin doing that. And if you would like to work with me more on a more personal level, if you're feeling stuck, if you know that you need to make a change, you're not sure what change you need to make, if you're interested in getting healthy, you're interested in controlling blood sugars, you're interested in weight loss, you're interested in finding out more about how diet affects, our food affects us, we can do that. You can sign up for our next level coaching program. We say it is coaching beyond the disease. Coaching beyond the disease. You can do that there on the website. All right. Oh wow, we've got some folks here. I see G. Albert. Hey man, what's going on? He said, unstuck. I find myself in that spot from time to time. Man, yep. He says sleep is probably a good healthy choice. I'm guilty of. We all are, man. We all are guilty of that. All right. So we are in the process of talking about our series that we've been doing, and we are on episode number 36, y'all. Episode 36, right? Q4 Winning Moves, behaviors to help succeed in Q4, and strategies for navigating the year-end sprint to success. And not only do we do a little teaching, but we also do our work, right? So hopefully you guys brought some work with you. I'm going to be doing some work here as we get into the rest of the show. I'm going to mute. We're going to play some music. I'm going to start working, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing and where we are heading. So get your stuff out. Get your computers fired up. Get your drink, whatever it is that you're drinking, and we're going to play some music, get you behind the scenes, and we're going to do some things here. So here we go. See you guys in a little bit.
Take a real close look now. Soon you'll realize show you how. I'm about to get down. So keep it up right now. So keep it up. So keep it up with me. I need to move. I need to feel the beat. Don't be a fool. You wanna hang with me. Life isn't easy. You gotta roll the dice. You wanna change. Join the paradise. So bring it on if you wanna hang with me. Right?
All right, all right. So hopefully you are getting some work done, y'all. Yeah. Um, I am actually I've worked on two things so far. Right now, I'm in the middle of um, designing some graphics for some shorts I'm going to be putting out here in the next day or so. So I have the video already done, and so now I just have some graphics that I'm gonna do overlay. Now, if you see on this screen right here, those are the shorts that I had that were out over the course of November. Sorry, okay. We're in December, so basically last month, and so those are the shorts I did. Um, One of the things actually that you see on the screen, and let me pop over to this one. Let's see, because I want to show you. I want you to see take a look at my T-shirt. Let me see, is that one? Let's get back over here. I want to get a long one. Here we go. That's probably the one. I want you to see my T-shirt, and maybe I need to go. I know you guys are saying, "Hey, stop, stop moving." Okay, all right. So let's do that one. How about this? Is that closer? Okay, so I think this one's gonna give us the best view. And let me get rid of these lower thirds. But what I want you to see is this was from this was designed from the phrases that we say, right? So I am Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you, right? So here it is. See that? Educating, empowering, and encouraging. That was that's the phrase that I say. And so here I've got it here on the T-shirt, and you'll see right there it is. It actually let me get over there so you can actually see that one. There you go. It's gone. It'll be back in a minute. But you'll get to see. Let's do this one. There you go. So as this short plays, there it is, right? So you see right there, educating, empowering, and encouraging. So that's what that is on my T-shirt. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit more behind the scenes. We're gonna do a couple more songs, and then we will end this baby and get ready for bed. Right? Actually, go to bed. Ooh, all right, so let's get you over. All right, here we go.
already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free. Be free.
All right, all right. Be free, y'all. Be free, be free, be free. Oh man, I've done some good stuff. Some good stuff. Hopefully you got some work done here as you've been hanging out with me. That's work time with Dr. Woode. That's what we're doing. And if you have not been with us, if you are with us now, if you're watching this on the replay, we are in the middle of our series called Q4 Winning Moves, y'all. Q4 Winning Moves. We're talking about those things that we do. We're talking about those things that we do to be successful. What are those tools? What are the things that we put in place so that we can continue to be successful? That's what we've been talking about here on this series. Behaviors to help succeed in Q4 and strategies for navigating this sprint, right? This year-end sprint to success. And tonight specifically, we've been dealing with identifying and analyzing problems as we talk about problem solving. This is episode number 36. So even if you have not been with me during the series, if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay, and you can use this as a structured work time, right? Structured work time so that you can do all the things that you need to do, right? We're talking about time blocking. That's what I've been doing. Been learning time blocking, using time blocking, and of course providing this time as a work resource, as a time of productivity that you can use to continue to be successful. So take the video, right? Go ahead and start playing it. Listen to the things that I do at the beginning, those tools that I'm teaching, those techniques that I'm teaching, and then let the video play. And this is going to be about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour of work time that you have that you can use to be successful. Because remember, once again, time and our health, those are the things that we have. Those are the most valuable possessions that we have. We want to make sure that we are optimizing our time and that we are taking good charge, taking care of our health. Once again, before we go, if you've not been over to our YouTube channel, make sure that you do get there and that you subscribe to the channel, that you hit the bell so that you will be able to be notified whenever we go live or whenever we put videos up. Okay, make sure you do that. And then share this with someone. You may know someone out there who may benefit from this. So be a disciple, be an apostle. Go ahead and send over the link, copy it, paste it in your social media, paste it in your email, send a text to someone and say, hey, you got to get over there and you have got to listen to what Dr. Woode is doing there on the channel. And y'all, go ahead and get over to our website as well. The things that we want you to pay particular attention to is the 7 Keys to Success. That's the book that we wrote. Let's see. Let's do this one. Yeah. The book that we wrote that is talking about steps successful people use to create the life they want. You could download that for free. Our online resource, one of our online courses, you can sign up for that as well on the website. And then coaching. If you are stuck, if you need to get unstuck, if you want to work with me on a more personal level, you can do so by getting to the website and signing up for our coaching program. You can also get to our, let me pull this one up. You can get over to our blog and Dr. Woode's blog, and lots of resources that are there. Navigating the Final Quarter, your blueprint for year-end success, healthier alternatives to popular processed foods, how understanding the role of food in our bodies helps manage chronic disease, intermittent fasting, what are you passionate about, building good habits, and on and on and on and on. All of those are there on the channel, so on the website, so that you can peruse those. And then, of course, our podcast, which is there as well. If you know someone who listens to podcasts, send this link to them. They can get there and they can listen to our show. That, of course, comes out every Friday, y'all, every Friday. All right. Well, that's it, folks. That is it. I am so excited that you have been here, that you took the time to hang out with me, to get some work, to get some education. Yeah, that's what it takes. Remember the triple E formula for success. Thank you to JP who coined that for me. Triple E formula for success: education, empowerment, and encouragement. And with that, hey man, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Woode with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here on the channel, we educate, we empower, and we encourage you to take charge of your health, your life, avoid complications, go to the next level, and create the life you've always wanted. We will see you tomorrow night at our next show. Good night, everybody.